Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, September 9th, 2023. It's the second Saturday of the month, and that means many of the High Desert's galleries are debuting new shows. With a look at what's happening tonight, here's art aficionado Jeff Harmatz.
On the west end of Yucca Valley, Compound Gallery presents Emergence, a group show from the Mojave Artists of Color Collective. The show features paintings, sculpture, photography, and more from Douglas Blanc, Yvonne Buchanan, Tanya T. Hamidi, Lisa G. French, Miri Hunter, Sakura Sky Kelly, Alex Mased, Josie Kim Parker, Mancy Shaw, B. Stacy Villalobos, and Elena Yu. An opening reception will be held tonight from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. In downtown Joshua Tree, Beatnik Lounge is debuting a new group show called Desolation Row, which they describe as an immense and rational derangement of all the senses. There will be an opening tonight from 6 p.m., and Food Not Bombs will be set up as well. Also in downtown Joshua Tree, Hey There Gallery debuts a new solo show called Out and Back, featuring the landscape paintings of local artist Lee Ariel. A reception will be held from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Joshua Tree's La Matadora Gallery debuts a group show made by the self-described Dirty Minded. It's called Something We Can't Say on the Radio. The show will have an opening from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. featuring live art made by Aaron Shepard. For more information and addresses of all of these galleries, see this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Jeff Harmatz.
San Bernardino County Code Enforcement has recently updated the phone number for residents to report short-term rentals that operate illegally or create a nuisance. The updated toll-free number is 1-833-SBC-STR1. The previous phone number will no longer be active beginning November of 2023. In August 2021, Code Enforcement launched a 24-hour complaint hotline to report illegal short-term rentals typically booked through vacation rental services such as Airbnb, VRBO, and Booking.com. In addition to the phone number change, Code Enforcement officers are now available to respond to after-hours complaints on Friday, Saturday, or county-observed holidays from 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. The new toll-free number is currently live and will be monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Airbnb, the primary company that short-term rentals use in the high desert, has a ban on all parties at their properties. If you suspect a neighboring rental is having a party and rent their home through Airbnb, you can see this story on our website for a link to their policy. You can find that updated toll-free number along with the link to the San Bernardino County Code Enforcement website. Look for it at this story at Z107.7fm.com. The year was 1987. An animated series called The Simpsons made its debut. Dirty Dancing was heating up the screen, and Rick Astley was on the airwaves insisting he was never going to give you up. It's a flashback theme for this year's Pioneer Days in 29 Palms. Reporter and former 80s child Heather Clisby fills us in.
Based entirely on numerological coincidence, this year's 87th annual Pioneer Days in 29 Palms is slated to be not only bodacious, but totally tubular, with the theme Party Like It's 1987. The local tradition that began in 1936 is getting the rad makeover due to a repeat of the number 87. First, in the 87th year of celebration. Also, the city was incorporated in 1987, and the same year that U2's Joshua Tree album was released. Pioneer Days will feature events such as a carnival, a parade, park concerts, Little Pioneers, Children's Day, outhouse races, old-timers gathering, Wild West hoedown, kickball tournament, pancake breakfast, and a pet parade. Organizers are seeking vendors for both the Pioneer Days kickoff on October 7th and Pioneer Days weekend from October 19th to the 22nd. You can find the vendor applications in a link in the story at Z107.7fm.com. Deadline for the application submission for Pioneer Days kickoff is Thursday, September 21st. Deadline for the Pioneer Days weekend is Friday, September 29th. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Heather Clisby.
Well, fall isn't here yet, despite the amount of pumpkin-related items I'm seeing in high desert businesses. Along with cooler weather, fall means Oktoberfest in Johnson Valley, and early bird tickets are available for the event. Save the date. The 13th annual Johnson Valley Oktoberfest will be Saturday, October 14th, and early bird tickets are available until September 30th. For $12, you'll get a German-style dinner buffet and dessert bar with $8 tickets available for kids 12 and under. The price jumps up to $15 a day of the event. There will be a beer garden with 5 craft beers and a hard cider on tap, indoor and outdoor seating, along with dining in the Desert Dreams Garden right outside the Johnson Valley Improvement Association. You can get more information and access to those early tickets all at www.johnsonvalley.com. If you've put off doing your taxes due to the automatic extension granted to San Bernardino County residents, this is a reminder that you have a little over a month to finish up your paperwork before the extended federal tax deadline of October 16th. You can file your taxes for free using IRS Free File, which is also available through the extended deadline. You can find links to those resources at our website, Z107.7fm.com. The town of Lahaina, Hawaii, known for the friendliness and closeness of their community, has been devastated by wildfires. With a great need for assistance, Rotary clubs around the world are now rallying around the Rotary Club of Lahaina. Gary Daniel says the 29 Palms Rotary Club is one of those.
There are 1.4 million members in 146,000 Rotary clubs in 135 countries. The bond among Rotarians to serve their communities above and beyond themselves makes for a remarkable camaraderie among the men and women who take the pledge of community service as a lifestyle. Lahaina town is in the process of collecting themselves, cleaning up, and planning to come back. The funds being raised are not meant to immediately rebuild, but to make sure long-term needs are met. 29 Palms Rotary members unanimously voted to direct a substantial donation of club resources to Lahaina. Individual members are augmenting the funds. Funding goes directly to the Lahaina Rotary Club, made up of community and business leaders in the stricken city. The feeling is no one will understand the unique needs of the bewildered and battered residents better than those who live, work, and raise their families there. The Lahaina Fund will grow over the next few weeks. Anyone who'd like to donate can contact Rotary President Dan Mintz at the Palladium or any member of the 29 Palms Rotary Club. For Z107.7 News, I'm Gary Daniel.
The effects of Tropical Storm Hilary are still being felt around the high desert, with dirt and debris still being cleaned up from roadways and public lands. The Big Morongo Canyon Preserve got hit particularly hard, with the neighboring skate park in Covington Park becoming unusable due to flooding and mud. That skate park has been reopened for the last week due to one Morongo Valley resident. Reporter Gabriel Hart drops in with the story.
Morongo Valley Youth Softball League organizer Buddy Stogner cleaned every mud-covered inch of the skate park cement surface with his own tractor, a task he did alone that took him 2 hours. Beyond the softball league, Stogner has no official title at the park. Instead of waiting for the overwhelmed park maintenance crew, he just did it. Stogner said, quote, "There's not much for kids to do in this town, and it just needed to get done, not only for the children, but for the rest of our community as well," unquote. Stogner also said time was of the essence, with he and his wife Tammy organizing the second annual Halloween extravaganza at Covington Park. He said, quote, "I need that place to be safe," unquote, and plans to remove some of the fallen trees from last week's storm in addition. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
Thanks, Gabe. We'll have updates on the Big Morongo Canyon Preserve's reopening efforts this week on Z107.7 News. The world-famous Cactus Sowables Quilt Guild will meet Monday, September 11th at the Yucca Valley Community Center. Doors open at 12:30 with the meeting coming to order at 1 o'clock sharp. Speaker Rebecca Blosser will speak on history of quilting through baby quilts. She's with the California Heritage Quilt Project. They'll also be celebrating the Quilt Guild's 37th birthday. Guests are welcome. It's $3 at the door. You can learn more at cactussowables.com. And that's your local news. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.